5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I'ma press play every time.
The funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. Hey.
My name is Halo Thomas, and you're listening to the Funny Don't Stop Show.
What's up, people?
Welcome back.
Yes. It is the Funny Don't Stop Show, and I am your host, Alex Thomas.
It's your boy, Savvy Amusing.
This is Said Brass.
It's your boy Raul.
That's what I'm talking about, and you're watching
The Funny Don't Stop Show.
all day, every day, 24/7,
day.
365. The Funny Don't Stop.
Ever. Welcome back to the Ghouls.
Man,
What up,
what's
Goose?
man?
Ghouls is back. Pop,
Yeah.
hey man, Pops was giving the thumbs up, man. Pop's doing
Yeah.
good, man.
Man, he's recovering, man. They're gonna let him out, I think, on Thursday. So he'll be released from the hospital Thursday, man.
That's
so he's doing
good,
good, man. Recovering,
That's a
man.
blessing.
God is good. Yeah, man. It
Oh
was a
yeah,
test for the
definitely,
family,
man.
but-
That's a blessing right there, big dog.
Man.
Absolutely, man. He had a lot of prayers coming from all over the place, man. So that's good. You got to see your family up there, Raul?
Yeah, I got to see everybody, man. So like I said, it was one of those times, man. It was a test with within the family. You know,
Absolutely.
trying to making sure everybody's working on this together and
Right.
making a change for the better.
Absolutely.
So it was good.
What up,
man.
Brian Davis? I see you. That's Brian's last name, right, Raul Davis?
Yes, sir.
That's Shazam, the cameraman.
Shazam, the cameraman.
Did I say that right?
Shazam, the cameraman.
Shazam.
That's what's up. Said Brass, how you doing, brother?
Man, it's good, man. We got 4th of July weekend already coming up. It's like crazy, man. It's
Dude.
so amazing to see like time going by. So
It really is.
dang fast.
It's-
It just seemed like a couple months ago we were just talking about the pandemic, and it was March, and all of a sudden we sitting here looking at June and talking about the 4th of July is coming.
Exactly.
Man, it's crazy. But I'm excited. Oh wow, we got the fireworks.
Oh, he good.
Oh, speaking of which, Alex, are you doing fireworks with your kids and stuff?
I'm gonna
man?
be honest with you, bro. That I was never into fireworks myself as a kid. I just
Same.
was never into it, and I'm not trying to spring that on my kids. Like, we'll go watch fireworks, we'll see fireworks, but bro, after I've seen grown ass men playing with fireworks and missing fingers and thumbs and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah, man.
I have no desire. I never had desires of holding a small baby bomb in my hands.
Yeah.
Man.
It
What
does
about
nothing
you,
for
Savvy?
me.
Were you ever into it?
No, man. Like when I think the closest thing I got to fireworks when I was a kid is they used to have like the little sparkles when you hold in their hand and they
Ah.
and
I'm the
then
same way, dude.
Come on,
what
man.
they would
You was
call it
lightweight.
the spinning batteries. You
Yeah.
light them up and they
Yeah.
and maybe a few skyrockets. But I
Fireworks.
never was into it, man. And as I became an adult and as I had a kid 6 years ago, man, I never got her. That shit's like you said, it's like a miniature
Dangerous.
bomb. Miniature
come on,
bomb in
man.
your hand. I'm not interested.
Put it this way, man. I was a little kid in the hood watching parents let their kids play with firecrackers and stuff, but like on their own. And I'm the same age as the other little 5 or 6 year old dude, and I'm going, why are your parents just letting you play with fire
Right.
and bombs? And like,
man.
and then you would always hear the story of this kids getting there.
Everything they teach you not to do,
Exactly.
we go and do it.
Come
this
on,
one
man.
night.
That was a hood classic, man. Like
You did it,
having-
Sam?
Oh
You-
my God, we did it. Did we did it and did it like times 10, man. Like
Really?
the flares. Oh man, I think that a lot of it came for the simple fact that when they tell you something you can't do, you always want to explore and try to do it.
Of
And so
course.
in like Illinois, well, Chicago specifically, you couldn't do fireworks. But
Oh,
here's
it was
the cra-
illegal
It was illegal in the
in the
state of
city
Illinois.
of Chicago.
The state of
State, the
Illinois,
state.
fireworks were illegal.
Oh, so there must have just been thousands of people going to jail on every block
No,
because
so they
I know it
wouldn't.
didn't stop y'all.
They wasn't arresting nobody. But here's the crazy part: Indiana, it wasn't illegal. So Gary, Indiana was like right across. So everybody was a big deal to like
go to Gary.
Gary, pick up fireworks, and come back over to Chicago. But man, we would do all kind of ghetto stuff, like the flares that you would have, like the flares. We would tape handles to them and shoot them like guns and be like shooting flares at each other. It was,
each other. See the keywords? At each other,
like they was guns, like they were guns. And we were shooting. Man, some of the most enjoyable childhood memories were with fireworks and like pranking people with fireworks and
I don't play. I never
the
played
things
that.
we did as a kid, like strapping them to the cat, the local neighborhood.
Oh yeah, so you can blow the cat up. Yeah. Okay.
Man,
You went on to be an engineer. A few of them ended up being killers and murderers.
It sparked ingenuity.
Started with that. Yeah.
Yes, it sparks ingenuity and creativity in a child's mind at an early age.
Yeah, sticking cherry bombs up small cats' asses.
Yeah, all kind of
And then those people usually end up being serial killers. So I don't know. I never got into it.
I will tell you,
everybody in my hood did. I'm not letting my kids get into that. Like I said, we will go to a 4th of July show, but I'm not taking chances of a tree catching on fire in my outside in my front lawn, and next thing you know, it burns the house. I'm that dude thinking like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that happened to me, man. We did a bottle rocket, and I told my boy to basically hold it straight up, and his stupid ass, as soon as it went off, put it down this way. It went straight over to the neighbor's house, man. And we kind of sat there, and like literally like 5 minutes later, it started smoking up.
Oh, man.
You know what's the funny thing? Yeah, it was on fire. You know what's the funny thing is the guys that lived there was an actual fireman.
Wow.
So we're kind of lucky that he kind of just had already the equipment to put that shit out. But
man.
Hey, Raul, but you helped me with my point. In Chicago, they went on to be killers. In your neighborhood, they went on to be little junior arsonists. Yeah. That's how it all started.
We all went on to do great things. Engineers, seeing how things we learned how things exploded. Things exploded and got destroyed, and was like, you know what? I kind of like how to build things back up. I will say my fondest memory is we blew up a car, man. It was the
the more
we
you
blew
talk,
up a car. Now he's a terrorist.
And he said it with a smile, though. He's like, but I got to tell you guys, my fondest memory, we threw a small bomb in a small business, and the whole business, the entire block blew up.
Yeah, man.
It was incredible. Really? A bomb went off in a building, and
we lit a flare and put it into a gas tank of a car and like ran around the block, lit it and ran around the block. And then we got halfway around the block, we just heard boom and saw like flames, right?
Oh my
And then
God.
everybody from the neighborhood was outside watching this car on flames, right? And then
everybody
we
watched
all
it in the neighborhood, but then later on they watched it on the news.
No, it wasn't on the news. It wasn't on the news. The car was on fire. Everybody's standing around. Oh my God, this car is on fire. And we're standing there. Oh my God, this car is on fire. Dude, it was crazy. We went back home.
Firecracker in a gas tank.
And
What's the statutes of limitation to arrest?
Oh yeah, that statue is dead. That statue is gone.
It's gone. Okay.
That statue is gone,
They
man.
gonna
We
come
stood
arrest you for something when
outside.
you was 10, man.
We stood
How old were you?
outside
How
watching
old were you,
that
Sam?
car.
How old were you?
Man, I might have been like 12, 13 years old.
Okay, so stop right there. So let's just say there was a couple in the car and they blew up and almost died. That would have been a nice little attempted murder charge on you.
No, it was one of those dilapidated cars in the hood.
Abandoned.
The window was
Oh.
broken. We spray
Oh, it was
painted
like-
on it.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a dilapidated car in front of a house in the hood. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
no
we
tires
didn't.
and
Not
shit like
somebody's
that.
working car. It wasn't somebody's working car. It was like the old man on the corner, the Sanford and Son kind of guy that like collect
Junk.
cars and collect junk. And it was a car in front of his house that we all like detest. We're like, you know what? Let's blow up that car. And now they gotta like move that car finally. It was
So you were just a little junior terrorist when you were a kid.
Oh man, we were putting too much thought in everything. Everything
we
was
would have been good friends, said at a young age.
yeah, man. Yeah.
So Sam, would you have your? But finish what you're gonna say, Raul.
I said we all became engineers, didn't we? Said
Oh man.
Exactly. Exactly. I just want to know, did you blow up cars with reading glasses on?
Dude,
I'm just curious.
You know, this is one of those times when my parents dropped me off with my hood cousins, you know what I mean? And I was like the super nerd. Of course, at 12, 13, you know, I was like Urkel walking around.
So you did have your reading glasses on?
Oh, I had reading glasses on. I probably would have
Okay.
told if somebody was like, "Hey, did y'all do it?" And I probably would have told on everybody. Like that was me.
Oh wow.
But you know, fortunately enough, I learned how to get a little, you know, tougher and thicker skin.
So you would have been a reading glass snitching little junior terrorist.
Yes, definitely.
Gotcha. Well, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please be safe this 4th of July.
Yes.
Let's not start any fires. Let's not blow up cars. Let's not burn up our next door neighbors' homes like Raul did. And you know, let's just big shout out to all of our professional athletes out there. If you're gonna throw that football, if you're gonna shoot that if you're gonna hit that baseball, you need all your fingers. All right. So let's move on to the next thing. I actually got a show coming up this week, Thursday in Dallas, Texas. It's actually, Dallas, Texas. I'm back for the first Dallas, Texas Comedy Festival, and it's actually gonna be dope. It's gonna be at the Dallas Event Center. Get your tickets now. GoFigureMG.com. GoFigureMG.com. The homie Carl Payne is going to be on the show with me. Of course, you guys all know Carl Payne from Martin. And all my boy Celebrity. He's a local comedian down in Dallas who's hilarious. So he's going to be on the show also. And they got a bunch of other young, funny comics. So one more time, the Dallas Event Center this Thursday, July 1st. And it's actually the first annual Dallas Comedy Festival. I think it's going on for a few days. But I will be on the show this Thursday night. So everybody come on out.
Alex, you heard of Chingo Bling?
Yeah, you know him?
Yeah, he was a rapper back in the day, man. He was that first. He did a remix of a spoof, man, but he got big selling tamales out on the streets, out of his truck.
I heard that's him. That's the Hispanic dude that's on the show with us. Shout out to Chingo Bling. So you say he was a rapper first?
Yeah, well, he did a rap. He did a little spoof rap, man, and it got him real big. But it got to the point where like I said, he started selling his own tamales. Man, he was a hustler.
Oh, like custom tamales.
Yeah, he got his own bobblehead. He was selling everything out the trunk, from what I heard.
Wow. So how most comics after shows, they sell their CDs and merch. He sells tamales after a show.
Tamales. You'll see him in some shorts and cowboy boots on, man, with a big ass buckle on.
I have seen
like some
that
good
same
tamales
dude
too, man. Make sure you ask him for some tamales, Alex.
Man,
man. As long as it's turkey. If it's turkey, I just can't eat no beef, but I will tear a tamale up.
Chicken.
Or chicken. Wait, let me ask you something, Raul. What is the big difference between a tamale and a burrito? I know one is wrapped in corn husk, right?
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay, but what is
the
it?
difference?
Well,
Like,
they got the
me.
masa, which is tamales almost steamed. You know what I'm saying? Where a burrito is basically just rolled up and you stuffed up and just rolled up to a tortilla.
What do you like better?
Oh man, me personally, I like the tamales, man, but they're heavy on you, man. All that masa, because it's a masa, it's like dough,
Ah.
So, yeah, you eat a few of those, man, that thing just sits in your stomach. But they're good though, man. They're good though.
Come on, man. Get you a tamale and a cerveza. You get good.
Yeah. It's a good day.
Exactly.
This time.
Hey, y'all been keeping up with the NBA playoffs?
Man, I've watched a couple games.
Yeah,
I know you have, Savvy, man. Yeah. I mean, the Clippers are hanging in there right now.
Man, them boys are hanging on, man. They went beyond my expectations, and I think anybody that's not a Clipper fan, they went beyond their expectations, man. I thought immediately, when Kawhi Leonard went down, I just thought that may have been it for them. But this is why you invest in a second star, and this dude, man, Paul George,
Playoff P is what he calls himself.
Playoff P is what he calls himself, and he's been looking a lot like Playoff P, man. 41 points. I mean, the dude has been showing up. Now, mind you, he's
been consistent, man. He's been very
not
consistent.
Only him, the Clippers got gunner. Them boys got people that can shoot the ball.
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie
Okay,
Jackson.
Brian Davis. I hear
Yeah.
you, dude. Brian Davis is one of next to Clipper Darrell and Marcellus Wiley.
Yeah.
He's a nigga that goes to sleep in red and blue underwear. That's how much he loves the Clippers. All right, so I'm giving you your little props now, Brian. I'm a Laker fan till I die. But I'm a grown man, and I can give props where props is due. The Clippers are playing nice right now, and Paul George is playing incredible. What were you gonna say, Savvy?
Yeah, I was saying, but the Clippers, they've been showing up doing their thing, man. I don't want them to get too excited.
Thank you.
I believe it's a battle. They showing flashes in the pan of fight and grit, but I can't see the Suns being beat 2 more times in a row. I just can't. I cannot see that. I can't see it happening.
Yeah, especially this back and forth fight that's going on. Actually, it's crazy because this is one of those years where it's literally a dog fight on both coasts, East and the West. There is no team that's just dominant and we could just say, oh, they're going to blow them out and they're going to win. No, it's been some crazy blowouts, but in the next game, the team will lose by that many.
Exactly. You can't put your finger on nobody. Like 1 minute, like you say, Milwaukee is blowing Atlanta out. Then the next game they come out and blow them out. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Yeah.
There's no clear favorites for nothing.
No.
What you gonna say, Sad?
No, I was just saying there's no consistency anymore in the NBA. It's crazy.
Right now there isn't. I mean, and what's crazy is, to me, the biggest star in the playoffs right now is Giannis. And when you look at his replays and his highlights, it's like, dude really is incredible, and really nobody can guard him. It almost like he's so good, you wonder how do they lose when they lose.
Right.
Like, does he just have to have a off night? Now I understand his free throws are not great, but a lot of the greats, or Shaquille O'Neal couldn't shoot a free throw. You know what I mean? There's a list of guys, but they did it in other ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But from what you guys see, who do you think is going to be in the championship?
From what I see,
Mm-hmm.
from what like I said, man, if I had to bet everything right now, it would be the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. I'm changing. I was saying Atlanta, but based on what I saw the other day, that beat down that the Bucks put on Atlanta, and with Trae Young looking injured and hobbled, I say it's probably going to be the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. And the only reason I say that is just I'm giving the Phoenix Suns the benefit of the doubt with Chris Paul and Devin Booker and being the number 1 seed. I just cannot see the Suns going down twice in a row. If they lose tomorrow, they're not going to lose game 7 at home. I just can't see that happening.
No way. Not in Phoenix. My boy's from Phoenix, and he was telling me, I talked to him today, man, and he was like, man, they are going crazy out there. Right
I know they are. I mean, you got to think about it, man. With their long history, they have never won a championship.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they look solid,
And
though,
the-
man.
And the Clippers ain't never smelt one.
Absolutely. And Atlanta, never, ever, ever, ever. And like, I'm just, for the fact that Atlanta is such a black city, and I love that city, and I have so many friends. What up, Michael Allen?
Michael Allen.
MA all day. You know Michael Allen's brother is, right? I don't know if you want me to put you on blast like that, but I love you and your brother, Michael. One of the greatest football players of all time, Mr. Marcus Allen.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Absolutely. He's a huge golfer. We play golf together all the time. Thanks for checking in, Mike. But what was I saying?
We were talking about sports and how Atlanta has never won a championship.
Atlanta, man, I just feel like that's the one thing that city's missing. I mean, they never got a Super Bowl either, but I feel like that black ass city deserves. I could see it talking about a party. Put it this way: if Atlanta wins a championship, you're not going to be able to get into a strip club for a month. Okay, Magic City and Onyx is going to be reserved.
It's going to be
for the next
ridiculous.
5 months.
This stripper's gonna retire after that, man.
Yeah, it's gonna
There's
be
gonna be a few
Nah.
strippers that are gonna retire after that one, man.
No,
Oh
man.
my God!
yeah.
People,
The
black folks go.
the half court celebration after the
Oh.
game is over, that's
Oh.
gonna be a strip club. They're gonna bring the
Absolutely.
pole out. The confetti's
Exactly.
gonna go down.
Magic
Magic
City's
City is
halftime
going to be
event.
on the floor. They're gonna drop the lights down. You ain't gonna even have to leave the actual stadium. They're gonna convert
Absolutely.
the stadium to a strip club right
I'm
there.
just gonna echo what you said. Said you're right. Instead of confetti, poles are gonna come out the ceiling.
Frozen,
And-
frozen dollar bills.
And dollar bills is gonna be booty juice and lemon pepper wings everywhere. It is gonna be the most incredible. Put it this way, niggas that don't even live in Atlanta be like, nigga, I'm going to Atlanta just to party this week
Yeah.
because it's gonna be lit. Yeah,
Spend my whole paycheck.
exactly.
right.
So moving right along on a more of a somber note, man. Our hearts and prayers, man, go out to those families in Miami. That crazy situation that happened with those condos just collapsing. I'm pretty sure you've all seen the devastation. It was unbelievable, man. When I saw the video, it really looked like when they demolish places, like the demolitions when stadiums go down or old buildings. I think
Almost like the Oklahoma City thing. That's what it kind of reminds
exactly.
me of. Like,
But
yeah, bro.
exactly. Wait. Go back real quick, Raul. Can you please, for me, roll the video of the buildings coming down,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
just for the people?
I didn't even know they had footage of that coming down.
Oh yeah, it was coming.
Oh,
on
you
the
haven't
security
seen it?
camera.
Oh,
It
it's
was on a
crazy. It was
neighboring
security.
security camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, from like across the
Yeah.
street.
There you go.
Damn.
And that was like, I don't know what, 4:00 in the morning, dude.
Yeah. Like,
I cannot believe that, dude.
ooh.
I cannot
Seeing
believe
it,
that.
seeing it makes it worse, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
As a
I can't imagine, bro. Like, just waking up, living your normal life. You brush your teeth, you make yourself some breakfast, and all of a sudden,
No, you was asleep, man. That was at like 4 in the
oh,
morning.
you said
Yeah, it was like 4 o'clock.
morning, not
Yeah,
Yeah,
4
that was
in
4 in the
afternoon.
morning.
No, that's
No,
like
that
4
was
in
the
the
morning.
Yeah. So you knocked off.
I think it happened about 4 days ago, and I think they've only recovered like 9 bodies, and 150 people are still missing. And a lot of the people, shout out to the fire department and the first responders and people down there that have helped. A lot of those people helped with the situation in Haiti, right? And they said that when Haiti had that crazy earthquake or whatever it was that happened down there, there are some people that survived 8 days, like because there's different types of collapses where there's pockets where
Right.
people can breathe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, man, well, let's just hope and pray for the families down there.
No doubt.
That somebody comes up, living, man.
I hope
They-
somebody make it, man. I had heard a rumor that people were able to hear stuff, like hear people for a little while, like a brief
Really?
period.
Probably,
That
man.
wasn't confirmed, but I have heard some people saying that they were able to hear people.
Right. What's crazy is, you guys, it had, first thing you want to think of nowadays is terrorism, which that didn't happen. It wasn't an earthquake because Miami don't get earthquakes. You know what I mean? It wasn't a hurricane. It wasn't any type of foul play. And I believe they said the building was built in like 1980. It's not even one of those, because on South Beach, if you
Man,
know
that shit
South
look
Beach
old.
and you know South Florida, there's thousands of condos on the water. And a lot of them were built in the 50s and the 40s, like the Fountain Blue and stuff like that. This was built in the 80s, man. So you can only imagine how nervous the neighbors or people up and down the coast.
Man.
I know
know,
I'd
Phil.
be. I know after that I'd be.
Oh, dude, I'd have to get out of there immediately because you really
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, man. Very,
So-
very tragic.
With your engineering background, said, I think I saw something on CNN and they were talking to some architects and people that actually develop properties like that. And I believe they said that they did an inspection like maybe 10 years ago. And one of the engineers was saying that it was on shaky ground. And I believe the earth, it was losing like, I don't know if they said it was sinking like an inch per year. into the ocean, because remember it's like a block away from the ocean. I don't know what happens with that type of situation. Said, is it a foundation? No matter how good you build the building, it doesn't matter if the foundation is there, or vice versa. If you build the building correctly, it doesn't matter what the foundation is under you.
No, you got to have a sound structural, basis for the building. And I think, that's why each state has different DOT laws and construction laws based on how you can actually build. That's why engineers have to get licensed for the state in order to erect buildings. So an architect can design all day.
Right,
But it takes a civil engineer to put his seal, his stamp that he gets approval from the actual state and certified from the state that actually certifies the actual blueprints and the plans to actually make sure the building is structurally sound. And when you take those license exams, it gives you all kind of codes on how far the foundation should be, how you should actually reinforce the actual concrete, and what kind of grade steel for the reinforced piping. So it gets very intricate. So a lot of times they cut corners on grade of concrete. You have to have these inspection processes to see how the grade of the actual, the sediment and soil is affecting that. And, unfortunately, this is one of those scenarios where it wasn't properly caught, and you see an actual catastrophic event happen. This happens to some bridges. We've seen this happen in certain cities and states where bridges have collapsed because of a poor design. So,
I've seen something too. I watched this show. I don't know if you guys ever watched this show. It's called How It's Made.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody watch How It's Made?
Come on, man. I love that show.
Dude, one of my favorite shows of all time. Exactly. Stuff that's right in front of our face that you've seen your entire life. And you're like, dude, how do they make that? Right? Mm-hmm. So one of the episodes of How It's Made, they were talking about skyscrapers and how, a skyscraper that was built in, say New York City, say the Empire State Building was built in the early 1900s versus a building that was built in the 80s, right? They were talking about how they built to sway. Yeah. Certain, like there's these, it's almost like, I don't know, how would you say, springs?
Shock mounts almost.
Under these buildings where, like, dude, like a catastrophic earthquake could happen. That bitch can lean and still be. But I mean, of course, they revisit that after the 9/11 attacks. But obviously, that was an act of terrorism that had nothing to do with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's always blown me away, man. Like, how could something that big, that heavy, just literally, it looked like dominoes / Legos. Right. The way that.
No, that's what happens. It's just the force keeps enacting on it, and it implodes on itself. Even when you saw one of the buildings fall, and then the other one was standing there, it was like so weak that the next one just kind of caved in after. Yeah, we saw the same thing happen with 9/11, by the way. Right. You know about the two towers, but the third kind of little mid tower, same thing happened. Once it happens, it's like dominoes.
Right, you weaken the structure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me ask you guys something, man. Has anybody here ever bungee jumped?
I did.
No, but I have no intentions on doing
it.
I would never do it again.
Raul Guzman, stop it. You bungee jumped?
I never did.
All right, I need to hear this. Where the hell did you bungee jump? Why? And how high were you?
I was probably about.
No, I meant high. I didn't mean as in feet. I'm talking about drugs.
Deep. It was in Arizona, man, and like I said, I didn't even want to do it, man. I was with a girl, and like I said, you know how sometimes they just you ain't shit.
Wait. What type of chick were you dealing with to say you ain't shit?
It was a homegirl, man. It was a homegirl.
It was a homegirl.
It was a homegirl.
That you have to respond to?
Yeah, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna say something you probably didn't want to say. The coochie was that amazing that she got your ass to jump off the top of a building.
No.
And think you were gonna live.
Oh man, think I was gonna be good,
right?
Man,
he here though.
Well, no, it was the other way around, Alex. It was desire to pursue it and get it. That was actually what made him do it, right?
Man. Oh, so you're saying she said, "All right, I'll give you all this booty if you jump off this building." Exactly. I mean, all the booty, not just a little bit.
Exactly. And it's the
All the
things men
booty.
do in order for the pursuit of the chase. You know
Man,
what I mean?
I went head first.
Right.
Oh,
Yes,
Literally.
you did.
oh,
Literally.
Literally.
When she told you, I'll give you all this booty, you said, where the helmets at? Helmet? I'm gonna wear a helmet.
I didn't even wait for the helmet. I just jumped.
Was it off a bridge, Raul, or was it off a,
Yeah,
build,
give
a
us some
building
detail.
or a bridge?
It was off a bridge, but they had a platform that they had built, so it leans out of it, and basically they just had little bars that you can hold on to, man. It took me about like half hour to jump off there, man. The dude got pissed off. He was just like, "Look, man, you got to jump, man. You got people."
Was it the ones that they tie around your ankles and you just
yeah.
bounce?
Yeah, man. And I think the worst part was when you fucking go up, back up.
The
and
recoil.
You're just dangling.
Yeah,
And all of a
the
sudden
recoil.
gravity just takes over and you're just.
It's almost like you're jumping again after the recoil, right?
Man, yeah, but you're sitting in the air like a fish out of water, man, and all of a sudden you just get jerked back down, man.
So I got a question. I got a real question for you. When you woke up that morning, did you know you were going bungee jumping that day?
No, I didn't even think about bungee jumping at all.
So this is kind of like walking down the street and you're like, baby, Star Wars 3 is playing. You want to go see it? Is it like that?
Yeah,
they bungee jumping over there. Want to go?
that's what basically what happened, man. We drove by there and she saw it and she was like, "Oh, that would be fun." I was like, "Well, shit, you can go ahead and try it." It was just like, "Let's go try this shit." It's like,
You want me to videotape? Yeah.
Right. You know, so man, hey, I'm done with that.
Let me tell you the reason I asked that. He said, forget jumping out planes and buildings. Raul, go back to computers. That's it.
It's my boy,
The reason I asked you that question, and I'm glad you answered it the way you answered it. The reason I asked you, did you wake up that morning like knowing, all right, today at 4, we're going. The reason I asked you that question is, please do not tell me that you had like lunch and breakfast or some food before you went.
I had breakfast, man, but like I said, it was probably about a 3-hour drive going out that way.
Okay, because I was about to say, if I bungee jumped, first of all, there would be so much shit all over my clothes from my bowels bouncing with the recoil. That everything. You would think if you know you're about to do this, you would be empty. Like, there's no way in the world you could have just had, what did we talk about earlier? What was it called? Not a burrito, but a
tamale.
A tamale before you went to bungee jump.
Yeah. Now you'd have thought Alex would have had a colonic or something. You know what I mean? The way
or guess what? Said the bungee jump would have been a colonic. All the shit that I consumed in the last month would have been on the ground on somebody, because it would have all came out of me on that jump.
Nah, that's crazy. I couldn't do it. I don't have that kind of balls, man. I
don't have them. I do not possess that pair. I have.
Yeah.
It's just not in me, man.
You guys ever see the one at the at Magic Mountain? It's kind of like a Superman.
Yeah, I've seen that tower. Yeah,
I've seen it.
Man, the first time I ever did that, man, I got on there with two of my homeboys, man. I was the smallest guy. I was at 240 at that time. So imagine I'm in the middle between two big ass dudes, man, and we're probably pushing about like 700 pounds up on that cable. Man, I was so scared. I mean, and you lay down on your stomach and it just lifts you back all the way up, like on your stomach. They got a cord. They tell you to count down and then pull the cord. Man, that dude that had the cord in his hand and didn't want to, release the cord. So we're stuck up. I'm scared as hell of heights already. Man, he let that go, man. I swear to God, I screamed like a stray female coming down.
So you bungee jumped twice?
We were going. That's not. I don't know if that's considered bungee jumping, but I mean that's pretty close to bungee jumping, though.
Well, that was at Six Flags, right?
Yeah.
That they had a special on that the guy that designed it. You know who designed that particular ride, right?
No.
The devil. Yep, Satan himself invented bungee jumping, all the bullshit at Six Flags, all that. Yeah, he invented all that shit. And then he has a new sport that's out there that the devil just kind of started. This is his new millennial sport, and it's a wingsuit. I don't know if you guys have ever seen wingsuits before, but there's a lot of crazy people out there doing wingsuits. So Raul, I want you to roll the clip. We're gonna watch the whole thing, and then we're gonna talk afterwards and discuss the devil's new invention. Go for it. Savvy, $1 million is waiting for you in a duffel when you land. All you got to do is throw on your little wingsuit and jump out. And they're doing it actually Saturday morning in Antelope Valley. You down? Would you roll?
No. Bro, you talking to a nigga right now who won't even get on a roller coaster for that amount. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
because
Savvy, you don't even get on roller coasters?
I don't even get on roller coasters.
I don't fuck with them anymore either.
I don't
I
fuck
used
with
to.
roller
them.
coasters?
Look, this is the way I feel, bro. I feel like if I was to have a heart attack and die, that adrenaline rush just wouldn't be worth it. And I'm so afraid of them that y'all could offer me $1 million a piece and I wouldn't do it because I feel like what good is it gonna do me dead? Be dead. I can't do it, big dog. I don't understand the fun people have out of saying, you know what? I might die doing this, but I might not. So let me do it.
Yeah,
I don't get it. Like, man, I can't risk my life like that, big dog.
Imagine
I'm not jumping out of a fucking plane on a damn bed sheet just to get to the ground and say, "Whoa, yeah!"
Right.
Where's the reward of risking your life and getting? I don't get it.
I'm with you. What are you gonna say, Raul?
I was just saying, imagine the first dude that did that, man. It's like the guy.
He died, didn't he?
Shit, I don't know, but man, I would swear one of those guys was gonna smack into the wall of that church.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Like,
what about you, Sid?
How fast you think they going, man?
Well, damn it, it looked like they were going. I mean, I can only imagine jumping out of a plane. It has to be like 200-300 miles an hour, right?
Shit, something.
I don't know if the wings. I don't know if that slows you down, but you literally think about it. It literally was just under his arms and between his legs.
Yeah,
like a kite, like a human kite.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand controlling your left, your right, because you know what I mean? Like they couldn't have landed exactly where they wanted to. It's just like you're just hoping you land alive, let alone right there by that rock between them two cars. Like how?
Yeah, no, it's an open field. They knew in the general vicinity, but it kind of reminds me of I don't know if you've seen this, Alex. Kevin Hart, he's playing a bug where he's flying around, and it's the part 3 of A Bug's Life. I don't know if you remember the cartoon Bug's Life.
It's
1.
a
I
new.
remember Bug's Life. Yeah.
It's
a
coming
Bug's Life.
out, or he hasn't done
It's,
it yet.
it's coming out. It's a new trailer. I'll pull it up for you.
And then he did what?
I ain't never been I'm a real
They here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death.
I'm dying in this f***ing country uptown.
That's what they reminded me of. Seeing that.
But I actually thought about that too.
Oh, my God.
That's funny.
Ain't
That
no
was
way,
funny.
man.
That was funny.
Fool jumped in like that too.
Shout out to my man Isaiah Carey. He sent that to me. He's a newscaster.
No, you do not know that dude.
Yeah, I know him personally. That's a friend of mine.
You know that dude that from that famous clip. He was like, "Motherfucker, God, that's why I hate this goddamn job, dude." That clip has
I
been
always thought
floating
that was
around
fake,
for
man.
10, 15
Nah,
years.
it's 100% real. He was in a country town. He didn't think the cameras was rolling. He didn't know that videos get out. He's still known for that video to this
Dude,
day.
that had to be
That's
like
a
15
classic.
years
That's
ago,
classic.
16 years ago.
That old school.
That's a classic video. I always thought it was fake.
He's
I mean,
he's
he
still on
all
air.
his feelings came out. That's why I hate this motherfucking job. This bitch ass motherfucking Scott in my goddamn mouth. I mean, man, I watched that video 13,000 times and cried each time.
Whenever he goes out, people remember him from that. He hates it because he's still on the news to this day. He works at
Oh, he
Fox.
didn't lose his job?
No, he works at Fox. He's still on the news to this day. And whenever he's out, people bring it up. He's known as the guy with the bug.
How do you know him, Sid?
Yo,
I
he's
want
a-
to meet that nigga.
Oh, you can meet him. I know him.
Well, no,
personally.
fuck that. You need to have him on the show and let's just talk about, you know what the topic could be? You were before YouTube, bro. Like the word viral. But
Yeah.
the thing I remember the most is when the interview started, he was so goddamn white. He's like, and we're out here now with the I mean, he was extremely white. And motherfucker, god damn, motherfucker. He said so many cuss words. He went from Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to Young Thug, nigga. He went from that to Gucci Mane, nigga. It was
yeah. Good friend of mine, man. Really good guy, cool guy. He's still on the news today. He's on the local news in Houston. That's how I know him from Houston. He's always out in the streets, a man of the streets. You can
Was that in Houston?
No.
was somewhere in Texas.
That was like in Mississippi. That was
Oh,
before
okay.
he moved, and that's when he was like a field reporter. Now
so he was in a smaller market before he moved to Texas.
Yeah, he was in a smaller market. He was
Gotcha.
when they go to the field reporter, but now he's like at the desk, like the normal 5 o'clock
my
news,
God.
like the guy,
Yeah,
like
he's like the
that's
station
on the-
now.
yeah, like the local station, and he has the own like the Fox Soul. He also does the one that's in Houston with the purple little lights or whatever.
And if I'm not correct, and this is what I want to have y'all just remember I said this and how good I am. And he'll tell us yay or nay when he comes on the show. First of all, before I say what I'm going to say, said, I really do want you to try to get him on the show. I am dead serious. I don't know if he's ever done a podcast before, but I would like to talk to that brother. Can you please do that, Sid?
I could
At
reach
least
out
put
to
the call
him.
out to him.
Hopefully he doesn't have any conflicts, because
Right.
he's on TV now and he's on the
Right.
news. He's
Dude.
working for Fox, so I don't, but I'll
Let me
check.
tell you. So, remember I said about 15 years ago? I remember seeing that about 15 years ago. 15 years ago, it was still 7-8 years before that. That's how bad I'm going. And let me tell you how I know. Because, nigga, he had a small Jerry curl shag.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. The South was always 2 or 3 years behind everybody else, right?
Right.
It could have been the early 2000s, but judging by that shag Jerry curl that he had, S curl, it had to be like 89, 90 to like 92, 93. That's when I want to say that happened. Just remember I said that, and then we'll find that out when we talk to him.
Yes.
Based on the shag Jerry curl.
Yes,
Yeah, I'll reach out to him. Good friend of mine.
absolutely. So what do you guys think? Wait. I want to ask you this question. this happened, I think maybe a month ago or 2 weeks ago, but we just didn't get around to it. But shout out to Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine. They're actually starting a high school for young minority entrepreneurs in Los Angeles.
Oh, that's dope.
How dope is that?
Yeah, that's hot.
Man.
I'm just wondering what the hell is going to be the name of Dr. Dre's high school? Like what? Hell yeah. Chronic High.
The Chronic High.
Yeah.
The Chronic High. That is funny.
Oh man. I'd go.
What's up, it's Dr. Dre? Welcome to Los Angeles Chronic High. Got a ring to it, huh?
I was just gonna call it Hell Yeah High School.
Hell yeah, high school.
Hell yeah. I see you bobbing your head. High school.
Hell yeah, high school.
Hell yeah.
But how dope would that be, though, man? For the fact, I mean, I know that he gave back and helped with millions of dollars for USC's. I don't know if it was their film school or was it that. Hey, you guys talk for 1 second. I got somebody at the front door.
Yeah, I was gonna say they should call
Probably
it
the police.
The firm. Yeah,
Firm.
yeah. That was before a lot of people's time. People don't remember the firm.
Oh man, I remember that.
From you mean the rap group?
No, the album.
Yeah, there was the click. There was the click. That was back in the rap days when everybody had to have a click in order to be like a rapper. You was associated with some click. You was either with Death Row, you was with Bad Boy, you know, it was with the firm, and then every click did an actual album. Alex would appreciate this.
What?
I said maybe you should call a high school the firm. And I said, oh, that might went over everybody's head because that's when Dre had his crew called the firm.
Right.
It was a quick. It didn't last long.
Hey, that was probably one of the best.
That long.
But it was dope, though.
That was one of the best clicks. That was one of the best clicks because you had Nas,
Busta Rhymes,
AZ, you had Nas, AZ, you had Foxy Brown.
Busta Rhymes came aftermath, but yeah, I remember that.
No, Busta Rhymes was in Flip Mode Squad.
No. He was in Flip Mode Squad, but Dre started to work with him. And
but he was never a firm. He was never in the firm. The firm
he was not in the firm.
Foxy Brown, Nas, and AZ.
It was three of them, right? It was three of them, right? It was those three.
It was four. I'm telling you, it was Nas,
AZ,
Foxy Brown, and Dr. Dre.
And they still to this day got the dopest beat, one of the dopest beats ever out of that little small window he had with them, which was only, I want to say, said not even 2 years. It was the you got your phone tap,
right? The phone tap,
phone tap, classic, one of the dopest beats ever, and it was so Dr. Dre. That was just kind of like his motivation and momentum that went into Aftermath, because like I said, it didn't last long, but it was dope though.
Yeah, it was when people really didn't appreciate Dre went into his East Coast rap bag.
Exactly.
When you first came into that album, it was Nas is coming. I remember the very first track.
Oh, absolutely.
Nas is coming. And Nas was killing it. AZ was killing it. It was nothing West Coast about that album.
And I'm gonna add on to what you said. This is for us, the real hip hop heads. Like we're talking real hip hop right now. I'm echoing what you said. It was one of those things where, yeah, he's Compton. Yeah, he's West Coast. Yeah, he's the Chronic. He wanted to show the world that I got beats for everybody. I got a whole East Coast catalog because I like what y'all doing out there, but I was so successful on this West Coast side. I was never mad at Dre for saying, you know what, I'm going to go with a whole East Coast roster just to show all the tricks in my bag. I was never mad at that. It just, I don't really know why it had such a short lifespan, because a year and a half later, Aftermath, and then the rest was history. You know what I mean?
A lot of people said Foxy messed it up, but who knows?
Yeah, I never got the real details on that. But so speaking of hip hop and music and all that, who caught the BET Awards the other night?
Oh no,
I caught it in pieces.
I just want to say, Alex, I hope you wasn't watching it with your kids.
You know what, brother? All I got to say is I'm very happy the kids went into the other room. Like before all the craziness, And like I said, I was telling somebody today at the gym, my sons are only 10 months old and 3 years old, right? But let's just say they were 13 and they caught a glimpse of that. And let's say I hadn't even talked about the birds and the bees or talked about sex with them. I would have had to have a crash course that night. I would have had to start that night because I'm not trying to sound like I'm just becoming this old dad or anything now.
You are.
But
embrace it.
There's a line, man, and I love hip hop. You know what I mean? I'm still a fan of hip hop. But we're living in a time now where people will do anything for ratings, anything to sell albums.
Right.
Shock value wins at the end of the day. I guess I'm throwing out all these little facts. Somebody told me at the gym today. They were like, I can't believe BET allowed that. I said, well, you obviously don't know your business because Viacom bought BET about 4 or 5 years back. So Viacom owns MTV. They own VH1 and they own BET. The higher ups, the people that run this shit, they are in that world, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I watch the way I talk. They're all in that world. So yeah, they're like they embraced it, and so did Lil Nas X. I'm gonna be honest with you. Right when I saw that, I was disgusted, and I immediately turned it off afterwards because I was like, I couldn't believe. It was almost like, all right, if y'all didn't know, you know now.
Yeah,
because he's straight tongued up his little backup dancer for about 10 seconds. And was that his little skirt that he
It's just ridiculous, bro. Oh my God.
What's your thoughts on that, Sid?
You know, I've been in a lot of intellectual conversations about this, believe it or not. You know, I had some people tell me that anybody that didn't celebrate this, you know, you might come off as kind of phobic.
Of course.
So I wanted to rechannel my energy as I, you know, kind of study what's going on, not even just in the music industry, but in social culture or Black social culture. I had someone bring up also, hey, y'all didn't say nothing when Christina Aguilera and Madonna and Britney Spears did the same thing, right? So someone brought that up to me. Someone also even brought up to me, y'all remember when Fantasia and Jamie Foxx, you know, and we didn't want to see that. So, you know, who's the police? What we should be seeing when it comes to, you know, acts on television. So it's like we're in this society today. I won't go deep into it, Alex.
Yeah.
I would just say, you know, we have to make sure we properly train our kids. You know, as adults, we've seen it. You know what I mean? I'm more outraged by the imagery that we are seeing with our kids and have to monitor what they see on the iPads and monitor what they see that's on television and just be more progressive and understanding how we got to teach our kids. I'm not here to litigate who's wrong, who's right.
Right. And we're not doing that. And I want everybody to know we're not bashing. I mean, come on, people. We are a talk show. We are a podcast. There's ways to talk about things that, you know, we're not coming off as angry and mean. I mean, we all know gay people. We have gay friends. We know people that we grew up that way, blah, blah, blah. But to say we can't even fix our lips to talk about it, no, it's funny. It's entertaining. You know, I'm taking words out of my boy Sid Brass's mouth when he would always say, hey, man, this is where we at now, right? You always say, this is where we at. So when I saw the awards, I was like, wow, Cardi B comes out rapping pregnant, wet ass pussy. Wet ass pussy is the song of the year. And then you see Lil Nas X tongue kissing his background dancer. So it's like, so we're just supposed to digest all this and it's just supposed to be okay.
I'm old, man. We are officially old. That's what it is. Because when you talk to the young kids and you talk to certain communities,
they love it.
They cool. They love it. It's entertainment. It's fun. We're the sourpusses. And unfortunately, we are where our parents were when we were 13.
I get it. No, you're right. It just still blows me away that Wet Ass Pussy is the #1 song of the year. I'm just like, really? Like there was nothing better than that. I mean, I could name a whole lot of songs that, man. I'm not knocking hip hop. because there's a whole lot of songs out there that were incredible to me, but it's just they couldn't
I
beat
wouldn't
Wet
even
Ass
call it
Pussy.
hip hop, Alex. And I'm an old. It's a difference between rap and hip hop. And
How
that
would
is
you say
rap.
that?
That
Now
is
that
rap.
you've said it, I'm putting you on the I'm putting you on the hot seat now. How?
Anybody that takes music and they use rhyme over music, that's rapping. But hip hop is a whole different thing. It's the culture. It's African Bada. It's, you know, Sugar Hill Gang. It's Cool G. It's Cool Herc. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
Talib Kweli.
It's embracing the culture of what it means to be black. It's not just rhyming over music. It's expression of the culture and where we are today. You know, obviously police brutality, obviously the upliftment of us.
Messages and saying things.
It's subliminal rhyme.
Yeah.
It's, you know, so I think, you know, it's almost like R&B and pop are two different things. Rap and hip hop are two different
I almost
things.
feel said like this young generation be like, hey man, don't nobody want to hear all that. You telling somebody something. Don't nobody hear no message. Nigga, I'm high, nigga. Don't nobody want you to tell me something, make me a better person, nigga. Nigga, what you smoking on? What you drinking? I mean, niggas, you put trains on last night. You know, when the last time you kissed a nigga with a beard? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to hear. Tell me about that. Your guns in, nigga. How many bullets is in your clip, nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever fucked a nigga? You ever fucked a nigga with a football jersey on? You understand me?
No, I'm expressing my freedom. I'm expressing myself, right?
It's just wow, man. I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away. So I guess I just got to admit to that. I guess I'm just getting older. It is what it is. It comes along with life. It's just, I was just blown away, man. And again, not bashing, just sitting there in awe with my mouth wide open, like, is this really happening right now? Is
Another
this
thing,
really
too,
happening right now?
Like Big Dog is like I never tried to gain fame, clout, or even money from nothing controversial. Like I always wanted people to like me for my talent and my talent only. You know, I didn't feel like I had to come out and do a specific thing for the, you know, just for controversy. Like let me use the rapper 6ix9ine for an example. You know, his tactic was, okay, I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna diss everybody, I'm gonna disrespect everybody the most I can, and then I'm gonna make records based off 1,000 people trying to kill me. You know, same thing with
50 Cent started out like that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Remember, that's how 50 Cent made a name for himself.
Yeah.
Talking shit, how to rob, how to kill. You know what I mean? He kicked up dust in the industry going, who the hell is this dude?
I think 50's was a little bit more comical. You know, I didn't think 50 did his with malice. I think 50 only had malice towards Ja Rule. But the how to rob an industry nigga was funny. It was more comical.
Right.
Tekashi literally disrespects people's dead parents and
dead.
It's like I'm
gonna make other
money.
gangs and stuff. Like when I saw Tekashi, not understanding, dude, thousands and thousands and thousands of people have died over gang violence. There's people out there that are dead serious about that Crip and that blood stuff. And for you to say some of the things that you don't understand how serious this is. Like niggas lose their lives over these words.
Right. It happens every day, man. And like I said, I gotta say this without saying this. I never felt like I had to join any sort of movement or organization for assistance with my career as well. Like everything I've ever done, I just simply wanted to be noticed off talent and talent only. I didn't want to be noticed because I was black. I didn't want to be noticed because I came from a certain area. I just simply wanted people to know me off my talent and talent only, man. But you know, we're in an era to where people feel you have to do certain things in order to stir up controversy, instead of just simply just showing the world your talent and progressing off of that. So in the words of Said and you, I'm getting old too, dog.
Yep. Hey, I'm gonna flip it real quick. To be our last topic before we get out of here. But real quick before we go on, Said, let them know where they can find us at. Tell them about, you know, all our platforms and thanking all the people and all that.
Yes, you can check us out right here, youtube.com/The Funny Don't Stop Show. You can check us out on Apple Podcasts. You can check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. But more importantly, log on, subscribe, get the alerts so we can get the analytics to youtube.com/The Funny Don't Stop Show.
Absolutely. So I don't know if you heard about this because this was all in the news, and I found this very funny. Mysteriously, there's a black couple at their bank accidentally deposited $50 million into their account, and they said it was a glitch, that it was an accident. I don't know what you guys' feeling is. All I have to say is that if you heard that the bank, if Wells Fargo accidentally put $50 million into me and Brazy's account, you gonna mysteriously hear about a nigga buying a $45 million house tomorrow morning.
Riding up in a brand new Cadillac.
Hey, as quick as they dropped 50 in my account, you're gonna see me on the news in front of my $45 million mansion.
Alex gonna buy. He gonna be the first nigga to just buy a mansion with his debit card. Like, yeah, go ahead, let me get that. Buy that shit like it was a jacket off of Burlington Coat Factory, a whole mansion with his debit card. And let me get that shit real quick. Courtesy of Chase Bank.
You said that's 45 million. Okay, can I just swipe this
debit card?
Yeah,
debit card.
Yep, there you go.
See, you got to put it in something you cannot reverse. See, if you did that, they could reverse it right back out. Okay.
Oh, you're right, Sid.
We can reverse the sale. You know what I mean? You got to put.
All right. So what would you do?
You put it something that they could do. And you might, this might sound crazy. This will be right up Raul's alley. I'll put that joint right into for cryptocurrency. Bitcoin. bunch of cryptocurrency, put a bunch of stock. I buy a bunch of IRA Roth account, open the IRA Roth, and put that joint right into the market. Yeah. Half of it into the real financial market, and the other half into the cryptocurrency market. And they can't reverse the money because it's already put into the financial markets and Dow Jones and actually be in the stock.
Well, there you have it, and you just give them a big oops.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I accidentally spent it. You accidentally put it in my account, and I accidentally spent it.
Yeah, there you go. How you gonna be in trouble?
It's a fair exchange.
Would that be the right thing, Raul? Would you do the same thing?
Hey, that happened to me. It happened to me at work. They basically overpaid me like triple the amount I was making.
Oh,
I remember you told me that.
One day I go into a bank account or go to the ATM. I see about $6,000 in there. I was like, shit. I went into the bank and took out about 5. I took about 5 out, man. Went to go put a down payment on a brand new place, man. That was good.
Oh, you didn't?
No, they made me pay it back. But you know, I told them, hey, man, I'm only gonna give you $10 a month.
They made that a loan. They made it a loan.
They made it a loan.
Did they charge you interest on it? No interest on it?
They just said just pay whatever was out with whatever you took out, man. And I was like, how much you want to pay? I was like, $10 a month.
Dude, that is funny. And you got your new place and everything.
I got my new place and everything.
And lived happily ever after. I'm not mad at that.
You gotta take advantage of the system because they take advantage of you, man.
Man,
there you have
all day long.
Hey, and with that being said, that's how we end the show, man. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Funny as hell. Savvy, let them know where they can find you at.
You can find your boy Savvy on Instagram and Facebook. Savvy Amusing.
Sid Brass.
You can check me out at SEDBRASS.
Raul.
You can find me at the Big Goose, DABIGGUZ.
That's what's up. And every single week at Funny Man Alex Thomas on Instagram, but every single week right here on
The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey, the Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop.